What's up guys, Lindsey here. I've got Hungry Ghosts, number 3. You know, I thought I added this to my pull list, but I guess the universe decided that I didn't need this on my pull list, so I went ahead and got this issue. It's kind of old, but whatever, and I was like, oh, what's really intriguing about this comic is the cover, because the killer turtle is balding. How does that work? Also, are they trying to eat this killer turtle? I mean, I know people out there, turtle soup is probably a thing. It's definitely a threat that's been lobbed at the Ninja Turtles. So it just brings up a lot of questions. And, you know, Anthony Bourdain has entertained me a lot, so I'm like, you know what, I'll give your comic a chance. I'm going to get the next issue as well, so subscribe so you don't miss that. But relatively, it's not good. And this, I already know what I'm going to call this video. And you're like, Lindsey, that's going to be pretty harsh. But, you know, it's all going to make sense. And you're like, how could that make sense? And I swear to God, it is pertinent to the comic. One more thing, I would like to announce the sponsor of this video, of course, Mountain Dew Baja Blast, which is also, coincidentally, the favorite soda of Anthony Bourdain. Quote me on that. Okay, so let's get into this. This first story, there are 2 stories in it. It's called Deep. And we see this. And of course, the whole thing is they're playing a group of chefs and dinner party goers are telling food-related stories. Each one is seemingly more terrifying than the next. Except they all just keep getting, like, downgrading quality or not. You decide. So we see this old guy, and he says, those of you who know me know I came up in the old system. The brigade system. The way things used to be under France, under Escoffier. And I'm guessing, I know Spanish, I don't know French. The system was cruel, designed to break a boy. Do you know how to do anything? You will never be a chef. And you know, that's like silly to me, but I assume that that's like some harsh words for somebody out there. I make 2 cooks like you in the toilet every day. And that just is like, what? Are people shitting twice a day? Comment below your bowel movement schedule. So, well, man, look at this. Hey man, we're chefs, not faggots, so get it together. And so, when the chef was unhappy, he punished the sous chef. You move like a turtle, you are a shoemaker, you are a piece of shit. Which, straight up, I'm gonna start calling people shoemakers. Because that is an insult that is, like, so next level. I can't even fully conceptualize why it's an insult, but I know it is one, so I'm going to start doing it. So basically, chef gets mad, they get mad at the sous chef, and then everybody just sort of just gets aggressive to the people further down the line. You're all insects, eh? I don't know, shoemaker is way more fire of an insult. So we see just people fighting each other. You slur, stupid. You, back to the farm to fuck your sister. You stink your mother's pussy. I don't know, I think shoemaker is a better insult than that. Punches to the shoulder, kicks to the shin, these were common. So this is like this weird brotherhood of people in the food industry. Which, I mean, this is like France top level, upper echelon cooking. But I mean, if you worked in a fast food restaurant, you know about this shit. And then, of course, there was the grabbing of the balls. And the squeezing of the ass, which, okay, I mean, yeah, I've worked in fast food, I've seen guys do that, but it's a little less, you know, fun here. Oh, consider it good fun, ha ha ha, you grab my balls, I grab your dick, yeah. And then it shows a guy, oh, I guess I show it, but some took it too far. Dude, you've been holding on to my dick for like 2 minutes, that's too far. I remember how, can I forget, one chef in particular. His name was Gaspard. And look, if your name's Gaspard, you are doing some form of rape. I don't know what it is, but you're doing it. Maybe you're inventing new kinds of rape. You know, you don't want to get bogged down in the type of raping you're doing. You want to spice it up. You got to change up that MO, that rape MO. He was cool. He was cruel. He took special relish. You come? If you came when he touched you, then that's sexy. What he would do when he grabbed the ass was not playful. It was not meant to be. You don't make that face when you're being playful. His actions were not carried out in fun. Nor was it desire. So Gaspard is messing with the sanctity of grab ass. And you know, that's for one, I will not take it. So I'll skip this page over here. Like, I don't even really have to make fun of this comic. I just present to you what is presented to me, and it's like, what? And so Gaspard would focus on this guy pretty heavily, because I mean, I guess he's pretty sexy, even though he kind of looks like everyone else. When I was bending over the pest to wash the vegetables, he would take every opportunity to, how you say, goose me. Come on! I refuse to believe Anthony Bourdain had any direct input in this comic. I think he was like, yeah, we touch each other's dicks and balls all the time. It's fun, except some guys make it not as fun. But not just... He would push his dirty fingers to the crack of my ass. Under les fesses. Between my ass cheeks. Until it hurt. Now, how does this work? Because I feel like if you just stick a hand in between cheeks, I mean, it's not going to feel comfortable, but I don't think it's going to hurt. So what is he doing? Is he getting in there? Is he getting in to the rectum? Because you're already talking about goosing. So how intense is, I guess, it till it hurts. But then I thought goosing was just like when you just like cup a dude's dick and balls from behind. So what is goosing? Comment below what your definition of goosing is. Because I don't think it's ever been fingers and ass cracks to me. But you know what? That's how the French do it. They call it the French mistake. So he has this like Asian chef who was there, who took him aside and he said, this man is, well, he doesn't have a French accent. This man is a bully. In my life, I've seen men like this. They all suffer. I'm not going to do an Asian accent, because it would be racist if I did an Asian accent, but a French accent is alright. Men like this, they have a small ball up their asses. Truly, don't laugh. It makes them very disagreeable. And I think I've seen a really bad horror movie or something where that exact same thing exists. Like, a guy has like a ball of hate inside of him, and I googled it, and there's like a band called Ball of Hate. There's songs called Ball of Hate. So I didn't get anywhere, but I've seen a lot of shitty movies, and I feel like I have seen that, so maybe there is some sort of truth in this, but what I'm about to show you next makes you question like the validity of this whole thing. There are spirits that crave these small balls. In Japan, they are called kappa. Kappa. Now, if you're internet savvy at all, you know kappa means sarcasm. So is Anthony Bourdain and Joel Rose playing with our asses like this? How could you, Anthony? These kappa, they consider the ball a great delicacy. The ball's nestled deep inside the ass, sometimes shallow, sometimes deep. No matter to you young one, the kappa is eager to get the the small ball out of the ass and eat it. And then what happens? We see a giant turtle man, and he's got the kappa out of his ass. Come, little one, we feed. How do you share that? It's so small, but just like what? How do you go from this killer turtle, right, to balding turtle that eats ass balls? And the fact that, is the little balls called kappa? Yeah, the little balls are called kappa, and that means sarcasm. So is this... How? All the comics I've been reading lately are about asses. Or, maybe that's just me. I'm going to start seeing choking in all the comics too, because I'm into that now. So yeah, wasn't that scary? If you're hateful, and you play with asses, your ass is going to get played with by this. But maybe if you're only a shit, like, again, I don't even have to make jokes. I just show you this. And I'm not going to be able to look at the Ninja Turtles the same way. Thank God I finished reading Batman Ninja Turtles crossover, because this is like, now I'm just going to picture Donatello eating asses. Damn it. Now I've thrown that idea out in the world. Okay, now we get into the next story, Boil in the Belly. And let me tell you, the ass play doesn't stop. So we see this. This kind of goes, so this actually happened to a friend of mine? Which is, let me just say, that's a sure sign of bullshit. And not just like in the comic, because of course it's like a story, but in real life, if someone's like, this happened to a friend of mine? No, it didn't. You're a fucking liar. So he works with a guy who works Asian Fusion Big Box on the Upper East Side. It sucks, so it's not super fancy, but it's fancier than normal. But he's like a regular guy. Look at him. He's so regular, he shops at American Eagle. Or whatever logo that is supposed to be. Is that just a jizz stain that he's playing off as New York high fashion couture? And his family, it says it was small portions and artery. But in the end, the old man had to admit everything tasted pretty good. But then everyone sort of just looks, she looks like she's into it. But he's like, I am an English butler, and I don't know. But then his friend, because I got to show most of the turtle. So the friend, he starts getting these like crazy pains in his stomach. And then he learns that he has a boil. And his mom sort of treats it with alcohol and stuff. And then we see this. Feed me! And you can't say, I always just think of Audrey too? Feed me! So his boil is a mouth. And it just keeps eating and eating. And my thing is like, hey, if you got a mouth boil on if you got a mouth anywhere that's not your mouth, don't put food into it. Is that good mouth logic? I don't know. But they just keep feeding it, and my friend couldn't eat himself. Well, yeah, because there's no food left because you're feeding your dumb mouth stomach. What if you just, you know what, they gotta make, like, ball gags that are, because, like, look, everyone's getting fatter, so I assume, like, sex toys are just getting, like, more durable and larger. So there's probably a ball gag that would be, like, the circumference of this guy's waist, like 32, 30 or something. They gotta make ball gags that size. I mean, you gotta have ball gags for, like, animals. Just think about that. So they have a guy come who looks straight out of the fucking Old West, so you know he's really good at it, or really bad, because Wild West doctoring was just leeches and everybody just dying. So he goes, your son has been taken up by an angry ghost. Whoa, holy shit, dude. Oh my god, I think that's the first instance of them saying the title in the book. Whoa, 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 this is next level. This is a good comic. That's how you know. So, get ready. You're not even fucking ready. So he, like, brews this concoction from Nightmare Before Christmas, right? And he's just like, oh, it pains me. And he makes him drink it. And he goes, now for the fun part. And you're like, Lindsey, there hasn't been any mention of asses for like 2 minutes. Let me just show you that. Holy and he pulls this thing out of this dude's ass like a tremor. It's coming. And it looks like a tremor. It looks like a lamprey. If you've ever... Lampreys are like sea leeches, but they're even more terrifying. So he throws it around and he's like, hungry bugger will show. And then they chop it up, and then the pieces sort of, you know... Chopping this thing up into pieces doesn't kill it. It just makes smaller ass lampreys, and it crawls up people's legs, and then that's the end of it. And then I don't know. I'm glad I read this. Question mark? I'm glad I read this? What? There's no fucking way. Here's how I think this comic is been created. Joel calls up, or Karen Berger, I think that's the leader of Burger Books. Definitely a person with the surname Burger calls up Anthony and says, Anthony, we got to do a comic. And he says, ass turtles and lamprey asses. And Joel just has to make a story about it. I don't know where we go from here, but I am sort of excited about issue 4, because where do you go from here? I don't fucking know. Just like, I imagine these stories are going to be like so universal that you could like tell them over a campfire. Just try to tell this shit over a campfire. Holy shit. Yeah, have a good one, guys. Just try not to be fearful of things being in your ass today. Brought to you by Mountain Dew Baja Blast.